Hello everyone, you are watching Com Concepts Pro. In my last video, we had discussed insertion operation on a singly linked list, and today we are going to see how we can delete a node from a singly linked list. Same as insertion, we are going to see deletion also in three ways.
So deleting a node from a linked list is also done from three locations, which are beginning of the list, end of the list, and deletion from a specific location. First we'll see deletion from the beginning. So for deleting a node from the beginning of a singly linked list, the head pointer, which is currently pointing to the first node, should be made to point the second node, as we have to delete the first node. Then we can delete the first node. So programmatically, same as insertion, we have to check a few conditions for deletion as well, like whether the linked list is already empty. Then we can simply display a message on the screen like invalid deletion or something like that. The next condition that we have to check is whether there is only one node present in the list. In that case, first we'll assign a temporary pointer, the same address value where our start pointer is pointing to, which means this temp will also point to the first node, which in this case is the only node of the list. Now, how we declare these pointers, these steps I have already discussed in my first video. Please go through it. The link for the same I have mentioned in the description box. Now, the next step is to make the start pointer null, as after this deletion operation there would not be any more nodes in the list. And finally, we can delete temp, which is the first and only node of the list. Then the next case is if there are multiple nodes in the list. In that case also, first we'll assign a temporary pointer, same as a start, and then shift the start pointer to the next node. And finally, delete temp, which is the first node of the list. Here is one more graphical representation of deletion from beginning. As you can see in image 1, both start and temp pointers are pointing to the first node of the list. Then in image 2, we shifted the start pointer to the second node because after deleting the first node, this next node will be our first node. And finally in image 3, you can see that we have deleted the first node and the second node is now the first node of the list. Now let's see deletion from the end. In case of deleting the last node of the list, we have to make the next pointer of the node previous to the last node null. And then we can delete the last node. So to complete this deletion, we have to traverse through the linked list and set two temporary pointers. One to the node previous to the last node, we'll call it temp1, and another one to the last node, we'll call it temp. After that we'll delete the last node temp. So programmatically we have to write these steps for deletion at the end. First we'll assign a temp pointer, same as start. Then inside a while loop we'll assign one more pointer, temp1, same as temp, and keep shifting temp to the next node in each iteration. So these two statements will fix the temp1 pointer to one node previous to the last node, and temp pointer will be fixed to the last node. Finally, set the temp1 next as null, as this will be our last node now, and delete temp. Now lastly, deletion at a specific position. In this example, we are trying to delete the node at position 3. So this is the node at position 3 and this we want to delete. So here also we'll traverse the list up to the position where we have to delete the node and set two temporary pointers, one at the node which we have to delete, say temp1, and another at the node previous to it, say temp2. Then we'll set the next of temp2 to point to next node of temp1. And finally, we'll delete temp1. So after deletion, the linked list will be like this. Let's see the program steps to carry out deletion at a specific position. Like always, first we have to check whether the list is already empty. Then simply return the function or print a message on the screen. Next we have to check if there is only one node in the list to be deleted. In that case, we have to assign a temporary pointer same as head. Then set the next of head as null. And finally delete temp, which was the only node of our list. Now the next case is if there are multiple nodes in the list. In that case, first we have to set three temporary pointers, temp1, temp and temp2, same as head. Next step is to find the node to be deleted and the previous node so that we can set its next pointer. This will be done with the help of this for loop. This for loop will stop once the position at which we have to delete the node has reached. Then inside this for loop, we'll keep moving the next pointers of temp, temp1 and temp2 in such a way that temp1 will be the node which we have to delete and temp2 will be the previous node to it. You can rewind this video a few moments back to have a look at that image again. Now finally we'll adjust the next pointer of temp2 node to point to the next node of temp1 because after deleting temp1, temp2 should point to the node next to temp1 and finally delete temp1. So that was all on deletion from a single linked list. Do subscribe my channel for more updates. Thank you.